what's 30 times 30? He says 30. So of course I'll ask him, this dude's out of his mind. Fool. Say something with a 9 in it, you know? It's human nature to follow the crowd. A man stands up that everyone knows is the most honest they've ever seen and says, I receive news from Allah from above 7 skies. Who's going to believe him? Were it to happen in this room. And then, out of those that believe him, who's going to have the guts to admit it? They once pulled off a psychology exam about human nature to follow the crowd. They brought in 100 people. They told them, you have a math exam tomorrow. But in reality, they were all specimens. They're just testing them, thinking they're taking a math exam. And they called up the night before 99 of them and told them, listen, no matter what happens, just say the answer is 30. And one guy's left out. Intentionally, of course. The next day, they sit them in an auditorium. They ask the first guy, and leave the one that was left out for last. What's 30 times 30? He says 30. So of course I'll ask him, this dude's out of his mind. Fool. Say something with a 9 in it, you know? They go to the second guy. What's 30 times 30? It's 30. This guy's insane. These guys didn't go to school. The third guy, what's 30 times 30? 30. The 49th guy, what's 30 times 30? 30. The 99th guy, what's 30 times 30? 30. They get to the 100th guy. They ask him, what's 30 times 30? What do you think he said? 30. Even though he's so sure of the answer. How can it be that everybody's wrong and I'm right? That's it. Now imagine that with the Sahaba. The whole world is against you and not in a math problem. If you oppose, there's a knife at your neck. That's the difficulty of it. Islam began as a stranger. And it shall return to being a stranger just as it began. Look nowadays. Turn on any channel. It's no more news. It's just about the Muslims. All about the Muslims. Things that normally would not be worth mentioning. They're top headlines now. You guys remember a few years ago, the teddy bear in Sudan? That was named what? Muhammad, right? So they wanted to revoke the guy's citizenship. At least, you know? Throw him out the country. The whole world stood up and refused to sit down. About a teddy bear? About one guy's citizenship? How many people are killed from drunk driving in America? Every day or every year. There's nothing else. Just about the Muslims. Hijab. Did she complain? She didn't complain. You're complaining on her behalf. Who said she's oppressed in hijab? That's all there is on the news. Said the Muslims, watch out, they have a concept called jihad. Let's say we have a concept called jihad. Where are Muslims invading and conquering and doing all these things now? We're the ones in all of our countries being attacked within our homes. What kind of power do we possess? But the point is, it's about the Muslims. Now we always feel like we're on the defensive. And the psychology of a person changes. Strangers.